Are you getting the frustrating currency not supported by merchant error in WooCommerce with Paystack? Your customers are trying to pay, but the checkout keeps failing? Don't worry, I will show you exactly what's causing this error and how to fix it step by step. By the end of this video, you will have your WooCommerce store accepting payments without any currency issues. Let's get started. Before we dive right in, let me demonstrate what I mean by currency not supported by merchants. So if I come over to the shop page of my website, let me go ahead and open this product. You see that the price is in dollars. I'm going to go ahead and add it to cart. Then I proceed to checkout. Going down, if I select debit/credit cards, which is a Paystack payment gateway, I accept the terms, then I click on place order. You will see that I'll get this error. We could not start this transaction, and the reason is that currency is not supported by this merchant. In Ghana, Paystack only supports Ghana cedis and not any other currency. So if your store is not in Ghana cedis and you want to accept payment in Ghana cedis, it will be very difficult with Paystack. So this video is going to show you how we can solve this issue. It should be noted that you are not only limited to using Paystack. There are different payment gateways that accept different currencies. So this tutorial will fix some of these issues. So to solve this problem, what you want to do is click on the very first link in the description down below, and it will bring you to this very page where we have currency adapter for WooCommerce. So this is actually a plugin, so you can read through and see what the plugin is all about. Now if I scroll down to the very end, you see that I have download plugin for free. I just click on it and the plugin is downloading right here. It's downloaded. So what I want to do is go to the back end of my website. Just hover right here, then click on plugins. If you are at the back end of your WordPress website, what you want to do is come over here and click on add plugin. But I am already here, so I'll go ahead and click on add plugin. Then I click on upload plugin. I choose file. I have the plugin right here. I select it, then I click on open. I click on install now. And the plugin is installed successfully. What I want to do is go ahead and activate the plugin. And the plugin is activated successfully. And we have it right here, currency adapter for WooCommerce. And this is the description of the plugin. Next, I go over to WooCommerce. Then I'll see currency adapter. So we are seeing this particular feature as a result of the plugin we just installed. I click on it. So in here, what you want to change is the payment currency. So in my case, my own is set to Ghana cedis, and that is the actual currency I am accepting my payments, even though my website is charging in dollars. So I don't have to change anything from here. So if you were to be using Naira, what you want to do is enter NGN, then you save. But in my case, I'm using Ghana cedis, so I leave it as it is. The next thing you want to do is come over to exchange rates. Under provider, I drop down the arrow and you see that there are different exchange rates providers right here. For this demonstration, I'm going to use manual rate. And choosing update frequency, it doesn't really matter since we are using manual. I've not made any changes here, so there's no need to save any changes. Next thing I want to do is go over to gateways. At the moment, these are the available payment gateways I'm using on my website. It should be noted that whatever payment gateway you have activated on your website will be listed here. Even though there are default ones like Paystack, Flutterwave, Haptel, Stripe, PayPal, and then the offline payment gateways. But this particular one, PayPal Express, is been installed on my website. That is why we are seeing it right here. So for this demonstration, I'll use Paystack. The next thing you want to consider doing is rate override. So if I happen to choose any exchange rate right here under exchanges, for instance, if I go back there, let's say, and I use maybe open exchange rates, I'll need to get their API keys. Whatever exchange rate I'll be getting here is not going to be final. And the reason is that if I go to gateways, so if I enter say $10 here, this $10 will override whatever rate the provider I've selected here is giving. So since I'm using manual, I don't really need this. So I make sure Paystack is selected. Going down, I save gateway settings. Next thing I want to do is go over to manual rates. At the moment, it is set to 1 USD is equal to 1 Ghana cedis. So let's assume 1 USD is 11 Ghana cedis, or maybe we can confirm from using Google Rates. So $1 to Ghana cedis. So let's just copy this 11.65. I can exit from here. So I enter this, then I click on Save Manual Rate. Next, we have fees. You can decide to add conversion fee. Maybe you can set a percentage of your cart total or a flat fee. For this, I'll leave it as it is. So next thing I want to do is go to the front end of my website. I'll just visit my store. I think I still have the product I've added to carts. So let me go ahead and check out. Let's see what happens. Proceed to checkout. Going down, right here, you see the total amount in dollars. And then amount to pay in Ghana cedis. And this will give you $1 is to 11.65 Ghana cedis. So if you multiply $11 by 11.65, it will give you this amount in Ghana cedis. So before even users move to the payment page, they will already see this particular value they will be paying in Ghana cedis. So debit/credit cards is still selected, that is Paystack. I accept the terms and conditions, then I place the order. Now let's see if we'll get the error message, and we are right here. We don't have the error message. With this, users will be able to pay with ease without any issues. And as a shop owner, you don't have to worry your head about people leaving your cart because they cannot make payments in dollars. Now, there are other things you may want to check out by going back here. If we go over to advanced, right here you see that we have refund support. Your website currency is being set into dollars, but users are paying in Ghana cedis, or you are receiving your payments in Ghana cedis. So if you want to do refunds, you either use the original rate the customer was charged, or you can use the current exchange rate at the time of the refund. So choosing any of this will depend upon your business model. So that's it on how you can solve the issue of currency not supported by this provider or this merchant. I hope you found value from today's video. If you did, kindly click on the like button, subscribe if you are new here, and enable the notification bell so that you don't miss my future videos. In the meantime, stick around to watch the next video on your screen right now. Keep watching, and I'll see you in the next one.